Look at that. Look at that on my thumb. So that one is more on the satiny side, and that one's knit ones. Hey guys, welcome back. So I got Friday Favorites and Fooeys for you today, and I was just feeling the glowy favorites this week. I'm kind of always into glowy favorites, but I don't know, that was kind of like the main theme this week. I just love these kind of eye looks with like sparkly, glowy lid. I just love it. It's one of my kind of go-to favorite makeup looks, but I definitely have a standout favorite for creating this look. I have a revisited favorite. Yeah, just some good things. So let's get to it. So my revisited favorite this week is this palette from BH Cosmetics. This is the Carli Bybel Deluxe Edition 21 color eyeshadow and highlighter palette. So this is her remix one, basically, like it says Deluxe Edition, but it was the second one. And I have had this for a while and I liked it a lot when I first got it, but I really haven't played with it a ton, but I broke it back out this week and really, really enjoyed it. I mainly used the matte shadows like this one and this one, but then I did also wear this shadow, and I think I put a little bit of this one on my lower lash line one day. This is just a really pretty kind of like pinky, peachy, glowy sort of a palette. Like these down here are gorgeous. I did wear this highlighter also this week. Like, look at that. Look at that on my thumb. That is so pretty. I love this palette and it's super affordable. It was on sale. I don't know if it's still on sale, but I'll link it down below for y'all. But BH Cosmetics always has great sales that they rotate through. But this one, if you thought about it, it's really good. These are blendable, they're long wearing. I mean, look at that highlighter. It's like an icy lavender. It's so pretty. And it looks more kind of light pink in the pan, but then when you swatch it, it's got more of kind of like a purpley blue shift to it. So it's really special. And then this one is so pretty. It's like a bright orangey coral, but I do feel like the standouts, I mean, those are amazing. Really, really pretty. But I'd say the overall kind of theme for this palette are these sorts of colors. So I would say if you love these sorts of colors, I think you'll really, really like this palette. But then there are some fun ones like that thrown in. So yeah, these are blendable mattes. The shimmers are really pretty and intense and just gorgeous on the lid. That's not what I have on my lid today, but I do have some of these blending shades on today. But I wore them this week and I just think it's a great affordable palette. So if you thought about it, it kind of like got a lot of buzz when it first came out. But I just haven't heard about it quite as much more recently, and I feel like it's one to like not be forgotten because it's a great palette. I wanted to mention this palette to y'all. I wore it this week, but I bought it on clearance, so I don't know if it's still on clearance online or if you can find it in your store, but it was on clearance for like $13, and I think it's a great palette. This is the Urban Decay and Kristen Leanne Daydreamer eyeshadow palette. I really wish they would have made this the packaging. If this were the packaging, I feel like I would like it 10 times more because this is beautiful. But then you take it out of this and it's still cute, but it's not, you know, bright pink. I will take the bright pink packaging because that's super duper adorable, whereas this is cute. So it's kind of like a rose. That's not a rose. This is like, what is this? Icing. It's pink icing. Wow, I totally thought that was a rose, so we're learning together. That's not a rose, that is icing. Another reason I bought this, because let me show you the palette. This is what it looks like on the inside. So it's a cute, neutral, all matte palette. Yes, I had to verify that. Yes, all matte palette. And I just thought, those are some great neutrals. I didn't need them by any stretch, but I thought, this is on clearance. I know I love Urban Decay eyeshadows. You get 5 of them in there, you get a little mirror in there, but also I was digging this brush. You get a 2-sided brush and one side is, you know, like a good little shadow brush, just like a flat shader, and then one side is a tiny little crease brush. So I was also super interested in the brush also, and I really like the brush. Like I've been using this for the crease, this side for the crease, and yeah. But let me show you some swatches. These are really nice and creamy and blendable and long wearing, just like Urban Decay shadows always are. I love their shadows. They're some of my favorites. And they've been one of my longtime favorites. Like I've told y'all before, my Naked palette, like so many people, was my very first high-end palette purchase, and I instantly fell in love with their shadows, and I've loved them for years and years. So this is a great little palette. So if you can find it on clearance or either online or in your store, I would definitely say pick it up because it's really good. So there are the swatches. I really like that kind of orangey shade, really pretty. And also this, like these right here, look very reminiscent of like the, what's it called, Naked Heat palette or the Petite Heat palette. So you're kind of getting the same feeling with this palette, which is really cool. And for a clearance price. Hopefully you can find it, otherwise it's just gonna be kind of like a bummer deal, like, well, that's a nice idea, but I can't find it anywhere. Okay, let's talk about this glowy amazingness on my lid. I am obsessed with this. I think it's absolutely gorgeous and glowy and just fresh and just beautiful. This is one of the BH Cosmetics Diamond Dazzlers Loose Foil Pigment. So this is what the box looks like. I got 3 different colors, and this is the only one I've played with so far, but I'm stinking obsessed with it. Stinking obsessed. This is so fun and gorgeous. This is in Brilliant. I really like the packaging on this. I think they did a great job of designing a packaging situation that really does work. So there's kind of like a little stopper thing in it, and then there's the little opening. So when you close it, it really like just, it doesn't bring out very much product, so mine is slightly more on the dirty side because what I did is I didn't like screw it closed all the way, and then I kind of shook it around just to be able to get more product out. So it dispenses very little, but I like that they were very thoughtful with this design so that you don't get like the stuff everywhere. So yeah, it errs on the side of not giving you too much product, but I think it still works really well. Okay, how am I gonna show this to you without getting this everywhere? So I went ahead and bought their base for these. This is the Base Booster Glitter and Shadow Glue. And then I also bought the applicator, which I'm wondering if another glitter glue will probably just, I would think it would work just exactly the same, but I wanted to try theirs and it works really well. But I do feel like this is, if you've already got a glitter glue, I don't necessarily think this is 100%, but I haven't tried this with another one to be able to tell you for sure, does it work with another glitter glue? But I would assume it does. So this one is probably, you don't really need it. But this, I feel like, is kind of a necessity for these. And they say that you really do need these. So I went ahead and got them. They have 2 of them. These are little silicone applicators. And I got the small paddle applicator and also the large one, but I've been using the small. So this is silicone S1. So this is the glitter glue, and this is a little silicone applicator. So it almost looks like a sponge tip applicator, except it is silicone. And it really does perfectly adhere it to the lid. And it doesn't really, I mean, you get a little bit just because it's a loose situation. It's a loose pigment kind of situation. So you do get a little bit, but I was really impressed with kind of how the whole application worked. So I got a little bit of the glitter glue on my lids, kind of tap it on. So I sort of wipe it and then tap it to get it nice and tacky. And then I get some of the stuff on the little silicone applicator. And I kind of like wipe it across, like kind of scrape to sort of get a little bit on the top of it. I wondered if it would just go everywhere, but it really doesn't. Like it really kind of sticks to that silicone applicator. So then you just kind of build it up. Let me get some of this. This is, it's kind of like it's a building situation. So you're playing in your makeup when you use this product. So I really like it. I think it's fun. I think it's something different. I like playing with makeup. So I like, you know, having to kind of learn different application techniques. It's fun and creative to me. But look at that. It's super foiled and sparkly. And really, like I found a little bit of fallout as I'm applying it. But I think it's the same situation. Don't build it on top of itself. Like just get it on there with the glitter glue, with the little silicone applicator. And then if you do it that way, I found that it really does not transfer or move, or not really even transfer, but it doesn't fall or move or get everywhere. It really does just stay put. And it looks stinking amazing. That's so pretty. This one's kind of like a peachy, pinky sort of color. Oh, it's so pretty. Super glowy, just beautiful. And I don't know, I mean, I have so many different sparkly, you know, shadows, but I feel like just something is a little bit different with this one. I don't know what it is about it. It's super metallic, but also shimmery too. And like the best of both worlds. Super metallic, but super shimmery also. And really just kind of has some dimension to it. And I think it's kind of the texture of the product. It almost ends up looking like flaky foil, but in a good way. That sounds like that's like gonna look gross on your lids, but it really looks amazing and beautiful, and I think it's so fun. For blush this week, I was loving this little duo that I bought from Colourpop. This is the Wingin' It Highlighting Cheek Duo. So this is part of one of their recent collections. I think the spring collection, but get a little lost in their releases. I can't keep track of which one's which, but I think it was the spring collection. And when I got it, I was really, really hoping that this beautiful design would be on the actual palette, but it's a sleeve. But I mean, this is beautiful. Such pretty artwork. It looks like embroidery. So I really just wanted something from this collection because I think it's so artistic and beautiful. So I picked this one. I would love it even more if it were on this, but at least I got some of the artwork, and then the inside is blue. So it's just really, really beautiful. The whole collection was really pretty. Okay, so Wingin' It comes with Whirl and Swirl. So it looks like this, and then you open it up, and it's the little two-sided duo. There is no mirror, but that's not a make it or break it for me. Now, I went with the Bright, Fun, Out There duo just because this seemed like just a fun time and something different. But the other two, there were 3 different duos, and the other 2 were a little bit more wearable. I think a lot more wearable. Like one was peachy toned, and anyway, this is the one that was kind of out there, and I love it. I'm so glad I got this. This is what I have on my cheeks today. I do have another highlighter up here, but on the apples of my cheeks and just kind of like on my cheeks is this duo, and it's so pretty. And I feel like it's far less scary when you actually use it than it is in the pan. It looks, you know, that looks pretty scary in the pan, but it's not as scary when you get it on your face. It's really very, it's not, I wouldn't say wearable, but it's not difficult to use, and I think it can be made to be more on the wearable side. So the kind of satiny color is Whirl, and it's not super matte, but it's not shimmery either. So the main like bright one, this one is Whirl. So that one is more on the satiny side, and that one's and that one is right here. It's a pink, but with a lavender purpley tint to it. Really so pretty and springy. And then this one up here, Swirl, is a glowy metallic-y pink. And these are really a very nice texture and formula to them. They're very buildable, and I don't even know how to describe them, but they almost feel like silky is how I would describe them. They're silky. So they're very easy to apply without them being patchy or too pigmented. They're just very soft and silky where you can really just build them up. So very nice texture to them. Really impressed with the texture, and just fun colors. So I love the colors of them. I think they're different and something just fun. They're a good formula. Love the packaging. So I really enjoyed this week. And then this glow on the top of my cheekbones that is so intense and amazing is this palette right here. My Pixi collection video is still coming on all the new fun releases, but I just couldn't wait to share this with you because this palette is so beautiful. It's getting a lot of hype, and for totally justifiable reasons, because this is amazing. It really is everything everyone is saying it is. I'm obsessed with it. It's gorgeous. So this is the Pixi and Dulce Candy palette. This is in Café con Dulce. Café con Dulce. And this is in Sweet Glow. So this is an all glowy palette. She says that you can use it on your eyes, your cheeks, as bronzer. Really, no rules. You can use it however you want to use it. I've been using it on my eyes and as a blush topper and as a highlighter. I've used it in all those ways this week, and it's amazing. I will show you some of my favorites. This one is one of my favorites. This one is one of my favorites. I have a little combo of those two on my cheekbones today. I wore this one as a blush topper this week. I have not worn this as a shadow, but I can't wait to wear it as a shadow. I wore this one as a shadow this week. They're just intensely metallic-y, glowy, amazing. all those things. They're all the things, all the amazing things. And they're a really thick texture to them, but in a good way. They're just super pigmented, like super intensely packed with pigment. They're amazing. It's so pretty. Look at that one. I cannot wait to wear that on my eyes. Oh my gosh. There were just so many makeup possibilities this week. It's just like I needed, you know, 4 sets of eyes to play with all the different things I wanted to play with. Isn't that amazing? It just is so pretty. And as far as blending and how these are to work with, I didn't find them difficult to blend at all. They are that thicker texture, so they're kind of like using a BH Cosmetics highlighter or one of the face candy highlighters where they're just that thick, really pigmented sort of a highlighter. So they're that kind of a formula to them. So just know that that's, you know, the kind of formula that they are. So you will need to apply them in whatever way you normally apply that type of product. And the way that I apply it is with a brush. Nothing like really super different. You know, these kind of super metallic-y highlighters and products, they will accentuate a little bit of texture. It's just because they're so intensely metallic, you know, so that's something to think about, but I love them. I think they're beautiful, amazing, so pigmented, just fun to play with. You get a lot of different options in here, which is just fun. It's awesome. And my last favorite for the week, I'm gonna mention quickly because I feel like I've been babbling this whole video, so let's run through my lip favorite quickly for the week. This is one of the Sephora long wearing something lipsticks. Can't remember its official name, but this is what it looks like. I'll link it and list it down below for you, but this is what it looks like, and it's some kind of long wearing lipstick name. So this is in number 27, and I think it was Fresh Nude or something nude, something like that. But anyway, I saw one of my coworkers wearing this at Sephora, and I was like, what is on your lips, girl? Because it looked amazing. Now, she is super porcelain complected. She has a beautiful skin. So on her, it looks more rosy pinky. It doesn't look quite as rose on me. So I like it a little bit better on her. So if you're porcelain complected, I think it'll look even more beautiful on you. But it's still a gorgeous lipstick. And I don't know, just something about it. It looks springy. And it looks, it's like that happy balance between being girly and fresh, but also wearable, but still a little fun. And I feel like in a swatch, it looks more nude, but it really ends up having this, I don't know, florally, rosy sort of a tone to it. So I wouldn't judge it by the swatch. I would look kind of more on my lips and just imagine a little bit more rosy if you're more porcelain complected, but just a beautiful color. This isn't my favorite formula of lipstick. They are very long wearing, so at first they start out a little bit tacky, but they set down pretty quickly. And then they almost wear like a liquid lipstick. So I don't like what they do when they start to wear off. They do kind of the liquid lipstick thing, but if you are used to liquid lipsticks, used to long wearing lipsticks, I think you'll like this. And sometimes what I do is I layer these under something else, and that works well. But I just kind of have to know, you know, that I kind of have to watch it as it starts to wear off. But until it wears off, it wears very well. Like this is I'm gonna have a time getting this off because this is going to be on my hand. So it is a very long wearing, but just when it starts to wear off, it does that kind of liquid lipstick situation. But yeah, this was my standout lip favorite for the week. I think it's so pretty. All right, guys, those are all my favorites for this week. So hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please do a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you were loving this week, or maybe not so much loving. I would love to know that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.